What's up, Warrior Babes? Hey, everybody. Nikki here, and welcome to our Warrior Babe Wednesday live Q&A time together. I am so stoked to spend this time answering any questions that you guys have about your journey or need some support or need some tough love. So when you guys are joining in, comment and say, hey, what's up? Or send me the wave emoji so I can see who's doing What's up, Warrior Babes? Hey, everybody. Okay, there we go. There's a delay with the Zoom and Facebook, so it's catching up on your end now. But anyway, as you guys are joining into this, comment, say, hey, what's up? Give me the wave emoji so that I can see who is joining in on this Q&A time. Plus, the more that you guys comment underneath of this video and underneath of this thread, the more that it pushes the video to the top of the Facebook group so the other Warrior Babes can see it and they can join into it. All right, so, and then if you guys are joining in at a later date or time after this live is complete, then give me the hashtag replay, and then please just leave any and all questions that you have that pertain to this Q&A in the comment thread beneath this video so that Kate, myself can come back in after this live is complete and answer any questions that were left behind. All right. What's up, Samantha? What's up, Maurice? What's up, Jocelyn? Hey, babes. Hey, guys. All right, cool. So we'll get this started. We'll get this live Q&A started in just a few seconds. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can start commenting your questions below this video right now, because like I said a second ago, there's a little bit of a delay. So by the time this catches up to you guys, I'll start to see the questions coming through. Before we do kick off this live Q&A, I want to give a huge welcome to all of the new Warrior Babes who have joined us this week. You guys are a part of a community of thousands of women who are getting toned and becoming a stronger, more confident version of themselves. Warrior Babe is where strong is the new sexy, and our community is so freaking supportive, so inspiring, so motivating. So welcome to all the new Warrior Babes. I'm stoked that you guys are here and a part of this community. What's up, Debbie? What's up, Laura? What's up, Kelly? Hey, guys. What's up, babes? All right, and if you guys are new, listen up. Please make sure that you are going through the Warrior Babe Revolution. No, what's wrong with my wording today? Please make sure that you are going through the Warrior Babe Revolution blast off emails. They are so important as you start your journey here inside of the Warrior Babe program. All right. So it's literally just one task to complete each day that's being hit to your email inbox that you use to sign up with the program. And it's going to help you transition into this lifestyle and into this program, literally setting yourself up for success and for the long game here that it takes to changing your body composition. All right, you're gonna run through setting your goals. You know, what are your goals that you want to accomplish? Why do you want to accomplish them? Getting rid of any negative emotions or feelings or any of the past programs you've ever done, wiping them out and starting fresh, starting with this concept that Warrior Babe is sharing with you that is gonna get you toned and become a stronger, more confident version of yourself, all right? So you're gonna spend the first 14 days just running through those blast off emails, completing those tasks, and then I guarantee you the 14th day, you're motivated, you're ready to rock and roll, and most importantly, your motivation's not gonna dip, okay? You're gonna have your goal set, and if your goal is big enough, then you're gonna have a reason why you're gonna be showing up every single day, okay? All right, what's up, Dawn? What's up, Tanya? What's up, Rana? Hello, yes, what's up, guys? All right, so if you guys have any questions, we're gonna kick off this Q&A in just a second. So leave your questions here in the comment box, the chat box, and we'll start firing off this Q&A in just a second. Before we do, really quick, I do have to say, if you guys have questions, please, if you're new, please, 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 please don't flood the community with questions that can be easily answered inside the app. And why I say that is because I want you to take the time to go into the application, search there, listen to everything that I'm sharing with you, find the golden nuggets, right? Learn your macronutrients, look at the daily meal plan, fire away at the workouts you should be following. And I guarantee you, if your starter questions, you know, if they're inside there, if they're not inside of there, then they can be easily answered also by going to the main home screen, clicking need help, and then finding our FAQ page. It's our frequently asked questions resource page. It's an entire platform that I have built. My team has updated for you guys. It's all of the questions that we commonly get over time, and it's answered in article form with pictures and all this kind of stuff so that you guys have the answer to your question. Now, if your question can be answered inside the app or inside of the FAQs, then that's a really good time to pop on these Q&As, right? Make sure that you're here and you're showing up, and then you're asking me any questions that you need clarification on, all right? And then if you need it answered super fast, then head into the Facebook community. Ask the other warrior babes, hey, what's the answer to this question, right? And I guarantee you that one of the babes is going to be firing away with an answer within like a minute to 2 minutes, all right? It's how supportive our community is, which is so freaking awesome. And you can also tag Kate. Kate is our community manager inside the group, and she's inside the group every single day, making sure that you guys feel super supported. All right, now let's fire away at this Q&A, okay? So Keisha, 3 months in and loving it, building muscle for sure, still have a layer of stomach fat. Should I add a day of cardio? Currently doing 3 days of cardio. Yep, that's the first thing that I would recommend first before pulling any macronutrients away, is increase your energy expenditure first by adding 1 day of cardio. And then, you know, the next thing that I would talk about to facilitate more results would be pulling a couple macros away. But the first thing that you want to do to facilitate more results if I should really preface this, if you're stuck with some results, like the macros are maybe stalling a little bit, progress is stalling a little bit after like a 3-week or 4-week period, increase your energy expenditure, hit the cardio for another day, and then ride that out to see what results will come to follow. All right. Shannon, is there a certain spot to find your Q&As if you can't attend the live version? I can only find them if I scroll through the Facebook page. Just wondering if they are kept in a certain spot that I don't know about. Thank you. Love this program. Awesome, babe. Yeah. So you can always find the Q&As by scrolling through the Facebook group, like you mentioned, but then you could also use a search engine inside the Facebook group and just type in live Q&A, or the spot that we hold all of the recorded Q&As is on our YouTube channel. All right, search WarriorBabe on YouTube and you'll be able to find our entire YouTube channel of all of our past rally calls, all of our past Q&As. All right. Keisha, thanks, will do. Cool. Chrissy, is it okay to do a leg workout in the morning and an upper body in the evening if I know I can't do 5 days this week, but want to get all of the body parts in? I normally do a 5-day rotation. So look, Chrissy, I wouldn't recommend doing 2 days because in your cardio expenditure is through the roof, and you're probably burning way more calories doing a 2 a day, and that's going to push you far, 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 far into a deficit. So you don't want to do that. If it's just 1 week that's off, just do a 4-day routine. Maybe, look into the application, click on build, and then click on the 4-day routine and try and start to follow that, and then get back to your normal routine next week. But I definitely wouldn't recommend doing a 2 a day. It just puts more stress on your body, and then the recovery time might be a little bit longer. All right, Shannon, you're welcome, babe. All right, you guys, where are the questions at? Come on. I know you guys got some questions for me. Christy, good to know. Thank you. Yes, you're welcome. All right, squad. Where's everybody at tonight? Debbie, can we do the same exercises for several days, or should we always mix it up? For example, 3 days of shoulders and then 2 days of legs. No, you should always mix it up. You don't want to be training shoulders for 3 days. And then, I mean, you do, it depends on the leg, on the split that you're doing, but naturally the 5-day split, yes, you will be doing 2 days of legs, but you need more recovery time in between. If you can't be hitting them every single day. You need to hit the legs, then hit an upper body, and then another upper body, and then do legs again. Legs need at least like 24 to 48 hours to recover before you start hitting them again. And you really want to make sure that you encompass every single muscle group, right? You don't want to neglect arms. You don't want to neglect back, because training every single muscle group is what not only creates balance within your physique, but it also gives you that hourglass figure, right? You can't ignore specific muscle groups. So always want to be training the way that the split is recommended inside the app. All right, you guys, to feed our Q&A right now, if you guys are watching me, click the like button, fire away that like button. If you guys are loving this and you're enjoying watching this Q&A, hit the like button for me. Debbie, oh, okay. I'm also doing exercises in the pool along with the exercises as well. So always want to make sure that's awesome, guys. Fire away with those likes. Let's go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I love seeing that like button going up the side. And the hearts. All right, let's fire away with the hearts. But either way, you guys want to make sure that you're still creating that resistance on the muscle with weights. All right, weights is what's going to trigger the resistance to the muscle for it to grow. So, you know, pull exercises are great, but what's going to create the most resistance is weights and weight training. Kelly, the rally call hit home with me this week. I am moving from 5 a week to 4 per week. Awesome, babe, but I am nervous about it. Are there also any dietary differences for postmenopausal women, i.e. higher fat, lower carb, or simply follow the exact macros mapped out in the program? Correct. There's no dietary restrictions or dietary added needs, should I say, with postmenopausal women. You just really want to make sure that you are emphasizing your nutrition with that stage of life, and make sure that you are eating enough food to facilitate recovery, to facilitate, you know, that stage that you're going through or have gone through, so that your body doesn't have added stress, right? By not giving it enough food, which is fuel, or enough fuel by the food, okay? And then don't be nervous. Look, I think I shared the story on the rally call, but one of the Blueprint babes, she had just joined the Blueprint, and she was training 6 days a week. She's postmenopausal. She's in her later 50s, if I remember correctly. And she came on one of those Q&As, and she was like, Nikki, I'm just so freaking exhausted. I'm not seeing results. You know, I'm putting the work on in the gym, and I'm not seeing the results. Why is this happening? And I just got to dive a little bit deeper, because that's naturally what I'm able to do with that Blueprint program and with those coaching calls. And, you know, she was telling me that the way she was feeling all this, and then she told me she's postmenopausal, she has these slight hormonal imbalances, and that she was tired, and that she was just, that's the stage of life. And guys, if you haven't listened to that rally call, I do recommend that you go back and listen to that rally call, especially if you are in the same boat as this woman or postmenopausal. But anyway, I told her to pull it back, because at that stage of life, less is more. Okay, you guys should not be training like you were training when you're 30 years old or 35 years old. You will and can experience those same results that you were at 35 years old by doing less. Why? Because strength training and being in the weight room is very important with that stage of life to prevent osteoporosis, but at the same time, it's creating less stress on your body. Okay, so your body at 35 can handle that stress, but your body later on in life, with the hormonal side of things and estrogen dropping and all that jazz, if I wanted to really dive deep, I could really dive deep. But at that stage of life, less is more. So you can still get the same results you were getting at 35, at 55 and plus, if you just pull back on a day of training. Now she came to, so if you're doing 6 days and you're hearing me right now, this is some golden nuggets, you guys, listen up. You go drop down to 5, drop down to maybe 4, And I'll tell you what's going to happen if you're experiencing this stuff, if you're someone who can relate to the woman's story that I just shared with you. Now that woman came back on the Q&A 2 weeks later. She posted her photos because in the community, right, they post her photos, they post their stats. And then I talked to them on the Q&As, and she got on the Q&A and she was like, Nikki, oh my God. She's like, I feel so much better. Let me tell you guys, her pictures, game changer. Results showed in the pictures, results showed in measurements, results showed in weight. Her weight dropped, measurements dropped, and her pictures were tighter. Her skin was tighter. So just let that be inspiration to you guys. If you are listening right now and you're somebody who is in that stage of life and loves working out, crushes the workout game, but you're kind of stalling and your body's feeling stressed or you're not recovering fast enough, take it down a notch. Less is more, all right? Those are some serious golden nuggets, you guys. So give that a try. Is there a specific amount of grams of protein and carbs we should have pre and post workout? All right, Keisha, good question. So you definitely want to aim like around the 20 grams of protein and then the like 30 grams of carbs. That's a really good starter point. But let's say you have higher macros. What I like to say is to make it silly, stupid, simple, is take the macro number with carbs, right? Divide that by 6 meals or 5 meals, and then use that as a target number. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's just use 30 as an example. If that's what the math comes out to for you for each of the meals, that's your target number to hit. So you could be at 25, you could be at 32, whatever. You just want to aim for that much around each of your meals, but pre and post, you definitely want to have at least 20 grams of protein, 30 grams of fat, just so it fuels the process, right? And gives you energy for your workout. Bo, hey, do you ever add weight training exercises specific to other muscles such as traps or shins? I mean, traps are naturally incorporated with some shoulder exercises like upright rows, overhead presses, Arnold presses. So those are secondary muscles with those exercises. I've honestly never heard of anybody asking for shin exercises. I don't know that there's any muscles that, I could be completely wrong, but I've never heard of muscles that target specifically the shins. I mean, that probably would be like the calf muscles, but yeah, I've never heard of that one before. But anyway, traps naturally get hit with some of the shoulder exercises. Or if you want to add in some shrugs at the end of your workout, that would be a way to hit traps too as well. Deborah, I finally fucking made a Q&A. Yes, let's go, Deborah. I'm happy you're here. All right, any suggestions where you can find dumbbells in stock? Oof, I don't know. That's kind of case sensitive to where you live, location that you're at. I mean, I would just keep looking on eBay, keep looking on Craigslist, check the sporting goods stores, Amazon. Yeah, not sure. But that's some of the research I would do if I was you. Rhonda, dive deep for us old gals. Yes, there you go. Well, that's a pretty solid golden nugget. I mean, really, guys, at your stage of life, it literally just comes down to proper nutrition and really emphasizing on the strength training side of things. Really, 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 really important. All right. If you guys are understanding what I'm saying right now, hit that like button even more. All right. Because if it makes sense and it's really hitting home for you and the light bulbs are going off, smash that freaking like button.